Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm not sure when this thing starts. Good morning. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a nice weekend. I'm going to crack on quite quickly this morning because I don't want to go on for too long. But we must say a few words about Syria. Uh, let's go back a little bit to where this began, or where this current conflict began. We all remember the Arab Spring, this great new birth of democracy, or at least that was how it was sold to us by fawning media at the time. One of the countries that experienced upheaval during that time was, of course, Syria. And President Assad, the president of Syria, rather crushed a initial uprising, which led to more uprisings, led to more crushing by Assad, and eventually this escalated into civil war. Now, as these things have a tendency to do, it got very messy from then on, and a lot of different conflicts are being fought. A lot of different global political positioning is going on with Syria as its stage. So, other conflicts that have been ignited inside Syria include, of course, Kurdish uprising, Kurds looking for self government. There has been Sunni against Shia conflict, and major global powers are, I guess, confronting each other on this stage. Iran is involved on the side of Assad, which, being that Iran is involved, Hezbollah is involved, which piques Israel's interest. So Israel has been involved in this as well. And of course, it has increased tensions hugely between the US and Russia, and between us and Russia, Russia being an ally of Assad. Now, what's happened in the last week or so was a chemical weapons attack, which the US, UK, and France have responded to with aerial strikes over the last few days, ostensibly at sites where chemical weapons are or may be developed. So immediately this rings a few alarm bells, because essentially we're being told, and the response of the UK government to this, their justification for it, if you like, is to deter the use of chemical weapons. Now, Assad has denied using these chemical weapons, and I suspect there's a chance he didn't. He's essentially winning the war in Syria. There would be very little point in him doing so, but I can't possibly know who is responsible for this. The thing about war is that while people will go off into conspiracy theories, and all sorts of theories will be put forward, the wisest position, I think, is to stand back and to keep an open mind as to what exactly is going on, because, as we know, governments lie. In short, this is a very, very messy war that's happening in Syria. And I think that we should, in simple and short terms, stay out of it. Now, obviously, for Britain is a nation first party. We are a Britain first party. The interests of the British people must always come first. But that doesn't mean we can cut off the rest of the world entirely. We will still have obligations on a global stage, and we will still live up to our obligations on the global stage, but only and always with the best interests of the British people in mind. We have essentially, again, waded in to a war where we don't actually know for sure what's going on. We have parties on our side. And of course, being a Muslim majority country, a further complication here is that when there's a power vacuum, in it's happened several times since the Arab Spring. When there's a power vacuum, you know that jihad is not far away, waiting to fill that vacuum. So we have all kinds of interested parties, all kinds of groups fighting each other in Syria for all kinds of reasons. We should not assume, as it seems that the UK and the US has done, assume that there are at least moderate rebels. The anti-Assad forces are referred to in the media as rebels. Who are these rebels? I have no doubt whatever that ISIS and other ideologically aligned groups are involved here, and we are essentially providing them with aerial support. We should be staying well clear of this. We will keep an eye on it, of course we will. We will be friends with our allies, of course we will. But we will not go gung ho into another messy Middle Eastern war because it is not in the interests of the British people to do so. And what is the end goal here? Are we going to get dragged in to a land war here? What's going to happen here? Now I know that we're to hear from Theresa May in a statement to the Commons today. It'll be interesting to see what she has to say, but I suspect it will be more of the deterrence. We must deter the use of chemical weapons. Fine, if you want to take a position, there's a debate certainly to be had about what to do about rogue states who use weapons like this. There's an international debate to be had. But what we don't do is send British troops in again based on propaganda, based on lies, based on things we simply don't understand what's going on. We don't know the full story of what's going on. We should not either be helping to escalate global conflict of this kind. I think that the British military will be much better served in protecting the coasts and the borders of this country and in fighting the jihadi threat here at home rather than propping it up in Syria. Okay, I think that's enough from me this morning. I shall post some interesting links on this war, very succinct details about what exactly is going on, or as much as we know about what is going on. But it's messy, and we should stay out of it and start protecting British people at home rather than wading in to further messy wars in the Middle East. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Take care.
We will make America great again.